And we're back. It's been a little while. I feel a little bit remiss about my duties, but I wanted to get these goals out there before the East Coast Showdown. So here's from our second game of Rutgers. Let's take a look at these goals.
Nobody there to help him out. Waldron drives in. Waldron along the boards. He tries to turn on a dime and find his man on the inside. Dice still on there. Nice turn. Shot coming in. There you go. Deflection score. That one took a coverage on the way in. Well, I told Mark Torrey he should go and get his first goal there in a long while, and he got it. And then it goes back to him again, trying to find someone on the inside there. Going out, shot again, score! The water bottle popped by Buki, and that's 5 against the Scarlet Knights. And if you want a man who's got their number, look at number 55. He's got 5. Collected by Carpenter. Carpenter across to Waldron. Waldron couldn't get to it. Wilson chips it on in. Goes to Sands. Sands is to shield that puck and knock a man off. Waldron turning. Tries to backtrack. It's on a Rutgers Scarlet Knight stick. Kept in though by Wilson. Wilson shot. In the back of the net. Deceptive. Reese Wilson. He's going to jog right on in the parade. for Doherty. Sparaccio. Shot. Loose again. It's a goal. 4-0, baby. And I think that's Sparaccio. Or no, sorry, not Sparaccio's. Who's in the middle of that dog pile there? That's Fergus who will get the goal. If so, that's Fergus's 4th against Rutgers here in the 2-game stint. Space to try to start a breakout here. Look to Denny to do that. Denny goes back to Winter. It's stuck along the boards. Winter gets it on out. Ciccarelli with the puck. Knocks it on in. Savov and Miller back to retrieve. They're going to work. Intercepted. Shot. Another goal for the Golden Wolves. And was that Denny? I think Denny had another tip. The goal's either going to get credited there to Ciccarelli, I believe, for the shot, or Denny. Face off won by the Alvernia going Wolves back the other way. They go. Try to drive that shot. Mullen scores. He chips it into the top shelf. And that's where Grandma keeps her cookies. Turns on a dime there, catches the defender off guard there for the Scarlet Knights. That was Muhammad, I believe. And that's going to spring Joey Mullen for another. Joey Mullen shot off the pads, though. Brendan Fergus trying to cross in. Shot by Mullen, high and wide. Pandemonium and a goal. And that's Andrew Denny, I think. Denny's second, baby. He's 2 for 2 against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And he's painting the town scarlet with them, all right. Sparaccio finds it behind net. Jimmy Sparaccio goes around, centering for Bellantoni. Bellantoni, shot! He scores! John Bellantoni, sharp angle shot, and another one on the board. And the goals are coming in droves now. And you want to call this one a drubbing? I think we're getting to that point now. Don't recognize the 8-1 score here. We'll talk about it as soon as we get through here. Andrew Denny might have one, if not two goals. Shot coming in! Oh! Put it in the back of his own net by himself. He came across, tried to make the save, and the pad kicked it in. Beautiful goal. 9-1. Scott Knight's trying to evacuate the zone here. Zavov will try to spring him. No dice. The going Wolves. Sparaccio shot! Score! All the way from Long Island, New York, Jimmy Sparaccio. And that one goes right down Broad Street. Make that the double-digit goal. Puck it. Tried to find Carpenter. Carpenter couldn't quite keep a hold. Doesn't matter. It's speedy Claycomb. Claycomb in for a goal! Chris Claycomb. Sneaky sly are you. Don't count the small guy out on that one. He drove the net. goes center ice. He answers the offensive zone. Shot again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost a goal. Shot by Sands. There you go, Landon Sands. That's a goal, baby. You got your present there, buddy. Take that puck back to the... This is going to be a prolonged celebration because I believe that is Landon Sands' first goal. Make the score 12-1 with 1:55 left.
Alrighty there. Some good goals there. A nice first goal there too. Just an all-around fun time. Yeah. And now, let's take a look. Let's talk about what's going on this coming weekend. This weekend, the East Coast Showdown. We've got Columbia up first, Friday. I'll be down there. I'll be filming. I'll be saying hello to everybody. I will see you there. But let's take a look at Columbia for a second. They are on the My Hockey Rankings number 9. We, of course, number 12. They have a record of 3-4. Their goals for and goals against are identical, 32 and 32. With the teams that the teams that correspond to what we played also. They played Penn State Harrisburg. They beat them 7-2. We also beat them. They played Kutztown and they lost 11-2. We lost something similar. I can't remember off the top of my head too. So realistically, this should be a relatively even matchup. In fact, the numbers that My Hockey Rankings goes by, Alvernia is at 86.94 and Columbia is at 87.45. So pretty close, pretty good comparison, but it should be a good game for us, and it should be a nice goal-scoring one for us. So like I said, my camera will be there. Let's have some highlights. And let's move on. The next game on Saturday, we've got Ramapo. Now, they're not in our AAU stuff. They are in the ACHA Division 3, and they are ranked number 30th. But that doesn't mean that's low, because if you're looking at the numbers again, their number is 89.58, according to My Hockey Rankings. I guess that's kind of a power level somewhat, as compared to ours, 86.94. And again, when we last played them, we lost 3-1. Their similar opponents, well, they have an 8-3 record. Their goals for 53, goals against 29. So there's a pretty sizable discrepancy there. So they like to score. They played Kutztown and beat them. They played Penn State Harrisburg, beat them. They played Hofstra and beat them. All kind of similar to us, except, of course, Kutztown. So just from the way we played them in the beginning of the season, I thought we had a good chance to beat them then. So I think we should put on the skates and beat them here. So, Friday, Columbia, win. Saturday, Ramapo, win. And that all leads to Sunday's game. Sunday's game against St. John Fisher. They, in the AU, currently are ranked number 3. They are 10-3-1 with a My Hockey Power ranking of 90.45 compared to our 86.94. Their goals for 67, goals against 41. So again, another kind of lopsided. We don't have any similar or any of the same teams that we've played against each other, so there's nothing to compare right there. I would just say, make sure you're at your best. So Saturday night, get to bed early, sleep in, and let's plan to have a great Sunday game. Now, if you're wondering about some of our numbers, right now our record is 6-4. Our goals for are 64, goals against are 43. So actually that's pretty similar to St. John Fisher. So we do have a lot of people that like to score. I see you guys jumping around when you score. You love it. And I want to see it. And I want to see some highlights. But don't forget the basics. Passing. Let's see more passing. D to D. Get it out of the zone. Move it up instead of just looking for that home run right up the ice. Patience. So anyway, let's get out there. Let's have a great East Coast showdown. And I will see you at the rink.